Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Play action, now Purdy. That's downfield, he's got Tonjes. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Hey, Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You look at this Niner defense.
They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down, you don't score points. You know, I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Now a 2nd and 10.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Here's a diving catch right side. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Purdy now to throw. Short throw taken in by Tonjes. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. And the rain, as we expected might happen at some point, has started to fall here. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. They'll dump this off to Price. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 3. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Back to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. picked off by Fred Warner. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff would be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Seahawks 7. Eddie Piñeiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds Smith and Jigba. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
They'll run on first down with Price. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 6. He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Makes it 3rd.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. Top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And this offense on
Anymore. When we buried them, we wrapped them in Nigerian cloth. They told a story about him having a malaria cough. They tried to say he had a that was clearly a torch. I hold the fury so they fear me, but it nearly was boss. Expecting me to be forgiven like it really was squash. But I have seen so much that I can never be hushed. I've been the bearer of a burden that is heavy as I'm pure legacy, incredible.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And his defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
JSN, as he's known everywhere around the league, was the Offensive Player of the Year in 2025 with nearly 1,800 yards receiving. Why is he so dominant? Terrific combination of route running and hands.
Shrugs him off. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. One of the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that flag accepted.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Purdy's pass intercepted. Sets up a first down and
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. They'll run here with Price. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
First down, 49ers.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Evans comes in motion right. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Purdy off the play fake.
Rolling to his right.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Purdy sets up to throw again. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Purdy from the gun. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
49ers are counting on Mike Evans to be that valuable veteran who gives them big-time production. Remember, his first 11 years in the league, over 1,000 yards receiving each season.
Now Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Ernest Jones. Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
49-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
49-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Elijah Arroyo,
49 yards.
and the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
McCaffrey on the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
And it brings up 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Final play of the half. Purdy. Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And he will not bring it up.
Last time that I checked, it was 5 chains
was no smut on my rap last time that I checked. They was selling in the set. Make $250,000, no sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west.